Yeah.
You ever, when you say...
And most comics come from a needful parent or something like that. Like I wanted to make my mother happy.
Speaking of Canadians, the great Canadians, they're great
You're not even
human beings.
Me,
the people that live in the universe.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of Leonard Cohen?
I am such a sick Leonard Cohen fan.
You met
like
Leonard
literally
Cohen?
2 days ago, I'm painting with Leonard Cohen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A painting of Leonard Cohen?
No. Painting with that music. I love that music so much.
He is amazing.
Incredible.
I did one of the dumbest things ever. I was in Montreal. And
tell me your embarrassing Leonard Cohen
I did
story.
a goddamn Comedy Nest. It was a club. And Leonard Cohen used to go there. And I didn't know who he was. And he'd wear a beret and a long thing. And I was like, And they go, he's a poet. And he's really good. But I'm like, And he likes you. I'm like, that's good. I don't think I want to hang out with a poet. Yeah. And then it took about 2 years. And then I listened to them. I'm like, holy shit, that's that guy.
And Jesus.
And then there's no finding him. No finding him then. I phone, I go, hey, remember that guy? I want to be his friend, to the comedy club owner.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, I'll reach out to him. He phones back. He goes, he said no.
That's beautiful. Isn't it great? Because, you get a lot of props when you're a comic, when you're popular and stuff like that. You get a lot of people who are like, oh my God, this guy is like my favorite and he loves me. It's fantastic. It feels good. And, they pop off the movie screen or whatever and they become your friend and it's insane. You can't believe it. I'm like literally black and blue from Pinch Me moments, but every once in a while, somebody you really admire hates your guts.
You met the great.
Let me tell you. It's the creator of Bugs Bunny hated me. Chuck Jones.
Oh, the funny one.
Yeah. Chuck Jones hated my guts.
God damn, that doesn't make any sense to me because
that hurt for a minute. That hurt for a minute. I believed I was real for 1 minute.
I feel like you would be the only.
1 minute I was like, oh.
Was this when you were on?
That's not nice.
Was this when you were on?
I watched Bugs Bunny my whole childhood.
Were you on Duck Factory?
He hated me. Huh?
Were you on Duck Factory at the time?
No, this was later.
Oh.
This was later. It was on his deathbed or something. The last thing he said. Oh, tell Jim Carrey. I fucking hate him. I cannot sanction his buffoonery. That's what Tommy Lee Jones said to me, too. He said he couldn't sanction my buffoonery.
He couldn't?
He couldn't sanction my buffoonery.
What movie is this?
Batman. That's when we did Batman together.
Wait, you're the star, though.
I was the star, yeah. That was the problem.
Yeah. Did you ever have this problem with guys who were like, I'm a better actor than this fucking movie star? Did you ever get that?
No, because there was no me.
Oh, but I mean, the guy that Tommy Lee Jones was talking to.
Oh, the guy that Tommy Lee Jones was talking to.
Or thought he was.
It was at a restaurant, and the mentor D said, "Oh, Tommy, I hear you're working with Tommy Lee Jones. He's over in the corner having dinner." And I went over and I said, "Oh yeah, great." I went over and I said, "Hey Tommy, how you doing?" Like that, and the blood just drained from his face, like he had been thinking about me 24 hours.
You'd already done the movie.
It was just fucking no. It was before the biggest scene we have together in the movie, and the blood just drained from his face, and he started shaking, and he got up and he went like this. He must have been in mid-kill me fantasy or something like that. He was like like this, and he went like to hug me, and he said, "I hate you." I really don't like you, like that. and I said, "Gee, man, what's the problem?" Like that. And I pulled up a chair, which probably wasn't smart. And he said, "I cannot sanction your buffoonery."
My theory on that would be that he's a famous guy. He used to be the center of attention. You walk into a room. He's not the center of attention.
Well, he might have been uncomfortable doing that work, too. That's not really his style of stuff. You know what I mean? He's like No Country for Old Men.
He cashed the check, baby.
That's right.
He's playing Harvey Dent.
That's right.
He was playing Harvey Dent.
That's right.
I just guessed.
No, you were
a great guess. That's
absolutely.
right.
Nice job. There's a cookie.
Anyway.
These little victories.
Yeah, it's all little victories.
Get out now! Get out now!
You're a man who's very. You're still a young kid too. But you're an incredibly funny guy. You've proven almost everything.
So why am I working so hard?
Incredible acting.
Why am I trying so hard?
Well, I think you're doing things you love now, though.
No, I am. It's true. There's no pressure whatsoever. I truly am kind of needless in the universe.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm just doing, because doing is happening. So.
And do you find that since you're afforded this luxury of not having to work, it gives you more free time to think up these fucking batshit crazy ideas you have?
Yeah. Yeah, I go down all kinds of little,
do you
little
sit there
crazy
and...
paths. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I learn a lot, and, I truly believe, especially if you've made it, especially if you've become a big thing, that you owe it to people to get the fuck out of their faces. Mm-hmm. To get away and not be in their face all the time. On a small note,
when I started,
to go and learn something else and go away.
3-hour sets. When I started, it was this macho thing, and people don't want to see 3-hour movies. You know what I mean? But your ego, so I'm going to do more.
Well, also you get into the place of like not wanting to lose your place in the stratosphere, I call it. It's just like you don't want to fall from that power place. And there's been several times now in my life or career where I got to a certain level and I went, okay, now I'm going to get away. I'm going to just go away for a couple of years. Yeah. And, this time, the art and the sculpting and all that stuff happened. And every time out, it's kind of like wanting to, sever my right arm to learn how to write with my left. So people get pissed off. They go, what the fuck are you doing? You're not doing any movies. What the hell's wrong with you? And I'm off learning how to write with the left. And then when I do, and I got a new trick, then I come back and I sew this one back on. And then they get kind of both, then I can show them something different as well as the old thing that I still don't mind doing, so.
Do you think, like your movies, if they happen in the future, will be... If you want to, I meant. If you want to, you might be an artist that has no time for movies. An artist as it's colloquially used.
What the fuck is he talking about?
I have absolutely.
But do you think it would be a dramatic movie or a comedic movie that would be your fort for the rest of your
I don't
career?
care.
Doesn't matter.
No.
Do you see any distinction between a comedy and a?
No. I don't care. Nothing about that. I just want interesting things to happen.
What's your favorite movie?
With interesting relative manifestations of consciousness.
What's your favorite movie?
Hello. My favorite movie? Network. Padachowski. Fantastic. Every scene in that movie is a smorgasbord. And now that I'm a little older too, you can look back on that movie and see, William Holden and Faye Dunaway in the kitchen scene, and he's saying I'm closer to the end than to the beginning. For me, death has become a real thing with definable features. Fuck.
Scary.
Who writes that?
I don't remember.
That's incredible. That's incredible. So
I
every scene is like that.
He's one of the greatest voices ever. That voice will get you Stephanie.
Powers?
Pussy. Stephanie Powers pussy.
Jesus.
No, he was an old guy. He was 90. Stephanie was 28. What I was going to ask you, though, was who's the most enlightened person that you've ever met? Is there a figure that you've looked up to and learned from in your personal life?
I have a ton of people, a ton of great teachers. There's Eckhart is great. Eckhart Tolle is great. And I know some of them. I'm friends with some.
And you know them personally.
Yeah.
Them personally.
And a good friend of mine, Jeff Foster, who's a young guy, but he's really got a perspective on things that's incredible. And you should check out his dissertation on depression. It's really incredible.
Oh,
it's super enlightening about it. His concept is that the word depressed means deep rest. That basically, depression is your body, a natural occurrence, rather than, there's times when you have to medicate when it's dire. Or
it's Friday.
Right. or where you have to medicate because, you're in trouble. But mostly just understanding that depressed means your body needs deep rest from the character that you've been playing in the world. And most of us walk around with we're trying to appear successful and appear not broken and all those things. And we keep that up for a while, and then your body goes, fuck you.
Yeah.
And it just it just takes your legs out from under you, and it's an amazing thing. But he's great.
Do you think he went like depressed, deep?
He was probably playing Hangman at the time.
The great Jim Carrey has been our guest. Funniest one yet. Love you, baby.
Subscribe to Nom Burger King.